If you want to travel faster and safer, keep an eye out for any abandoned Forest Service cars. Most are still operational. If you run out of gas, other cars and gas stations can help with that.
Something tells me they didn't stop here just to stretch their legs.
Guess I better see what that's about.
Just let me go.
Fuck. What a massacre. Olivia, you were right. I found the Baron's men, but whatever they were moving, it's gone.
Gone. You mean it's escaped?
Yeah, but not before slaughtering every single one of them. These poor fuckers never stood a chance.
Do you think you can track it?
I can try. The blood trail leads into the swamps.
Please be careful.
You want me to be careful, or do you want me to find it?
I want you to find it.
Exactly. I'll keep you posted. Guess I better get to that island. What the hell? Shit! Oh shit, here we go. Olivia, I got another sample.
Great. You're getting good at this.
Yeah, but I think it's time I found a new hobby.
Stick with it. We're making progress. As soon as I find another Chimera location, I'll let you know.
Okay, in the meantime, I'll go check up on the folks at the town hall.
dark zones. They're insanely dangerous, but you might find some very valuable things in there.
Right, or get myself killed.
What you're injecting gives you strength, but we don't know its limits. Let me know if you feel anything strange, okay?
Guess I'll finally clean my
Kyle.
vehicle tonight.
Yeah?
The beast you chased away. That tunnel leads to the forest, but who's to say it won't find its way back?
Always a possibility.
Yes, which is why the sheriff would like to have a word with you. She feels we're rather defenseless at the moment.
Gotta go.
Come.
Just watch yourself out there. Kyle, we got a problem. Our backup system is just that. Backup. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last.
What are you saying?
The plant that powered the town went down about a month ago. We tried contacting the foreman there, but there's no answer.
I sent a squad of rangers to see what was going on, and they never returned. I sent a second squad, and they disappeared too. I asked for volunteers for a third squad, but no one stepped up, and frankly, I can't blame them. So I said I'd go.
And I told her no. If we lose her, we lose our last shred of hope.
Look, I'm no electrician, but maybe I can go check it out and at least see what's going on.
I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to be presumptuous.
But if we can get the power back on, we might just have a chance here.
I'll see what I can do, but no promises.
Thank you, Kyle. People around here are starting to lose faith.
I guess they don't trust that God is watching out for us anymore.
God is watching out for us. He sent us Kyle.
I hope we didn't just send him to his death. Even if Crane makes it there, who knows what he'll find.
As if life couldn't be any slower here in Castor Woods.
Keep
I
going.
don't fucking give a
I
rat's
hope you're
ass
right.
about any of this.
Because if you're wrong,
If I'm wrong, we won't be any worse than we are now.
yeah, but Crane might be.
Could use a knife.
Crane, Castor Woods is crawling with infected. You can't kill them all. Sometimes it's best just to run. It's a losing battle trying to kill every single one.
Thanks for the tip, Sheriff. I was just about to kill them all.
copy?
Read you loud and clear. What's up, Sheriff?
If you get there and the power plant is totally foobar, just walk away. No reason to risk your life for no good reason.
I have a good reason, and if I can get it up and running, I'm gonna expect something in return.
Our respect and admiration?
That's a given. No, I'm gonna expect you to do something for me.
And what might that be?
I haven't figured that out yet, but when I do, I'll let you know.
You get that power plant online, and we will owe you. Big time.
Olivia, it's Kyle. Do you copy?
What's up?
I'm headed to the power plant. The locals asked me to find out why it's down.
You're trying to get yourself in their good graces.
Something like that. If I scratch their back, I'm hoping they'll scratch mine.
You know how to get the power plant up and running? You can't just unplug it and plug it back in again, you know?
Ye of little faith. Guess that foreman is still alive after all.
I appreciate that you want to help me, but you're going to need a goddamn army. All you'll do is die and turn into another undead enemy.
Maybe not.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, running around. Go away!
You the foreman?
Yeah. Largo, how the hell did you get in here?
Same way you did.
And now you're as trapped as I am. You stupid pig-headed idiot.
I'm trying to help you here, moron.
I'm the moron. Didn't I tell you not to come here?
Well, you couldn't fix it?
Fix it? Fuck that. I'm not going down there. They would tear me apart.
How about I try? We can stay on the radio and you can guide me through.
Guide you through? Something blew up down there. Half the building is flooded. What kind of idiot are you?
Just the kind of idiot that'll kick your ass if you don't adjust your goddamn attitude.
Fine. You want to go down there? Have at it. It's your funeral.
Love that can-do spirit. So where do I start? How do I get in?
Get on the roof. I'll point you in the right direction.
Keep your radio on. The name's Crane, by the way. Okay, Largo, how do I get in?
You see that other building? There's a busted window.
Let's see if I still got it. I'm getting too old for this shit. So what am I looking for?
The turbines, they're in the main building, but I doubt you can get them going.
Just point me in the right direction. Largo, do you want to explain to me why you have power in your control room, but there's no power down here?
It's the reserve line. There's not enough power to run the whole place. But there's just enough to... keep me out of the dark.
Well, I need some light in here, so shut down your power for now.
Shit, fine. But it isn't gonna power everything. The reserve line's only good for emergency lights.
Got it. Can't reach the turbines, they're all underwater.
Didn't I just tell you that a moment ago?
I'm gonna look for a way to drain the water.
You're going to get yourself killed.
There's the problem. I need to close off that pipe somehow. There's the problem. I need to close off that pipe somehow. Did it. Margo, I cut off the water coming in, but I still need to drain the flooded area. There must be a pump down here, right?
On the ground level, I think. Doubt it's working though.
Love that optimistic attitude.
Realistic. But hey,
If you want to get yourself killed, who am I to stand in your way?
Pump's offline.
What did I tell you? Plants running on backup, remember? That reserve line only powers a few critical functions.
Can we use that line to power up the pump or not?
Probably not.
Well, since you've been wrong about everything so far, I'm gonna look for a backup circuit.
That's your funeral. What the hell? Backup power went on. You do that?
Yeah, I'm working something out.
Son of a bitch.
Come on, come on. Finally. Now to check below. Largo, the turbines won't stay on.
Turbines need water to keep them running. Along with everything else, the feed pipe is broken.
Well, there must be a way to get water to them.
There's an auxiliary water intake, but that's probably busted too. Told you, you're wasting your time.
You are just a ray of sunshine, you know that? Hey, Largo, I'm seeing a red pipe. Is that the other water intake?
Could be. To tell you the truth, I'm kinda colorblind.
Yeah, I'll use it as a bypass. There's a valve, but it doesn't have a handle.
Maybe it broke off?
Or maybe you want me to come up there and break your head off.
Relax. I'm just messing with you. You need to find a valve wrench. Should be one lying around. Check the rooms nearby.
Got it. Good. Okay, something's happening. Let's see if that worked.
You did it. Well, what do you know? You're not as stupid as you look. Meet me on the first floor. I got something for you.
Got to hand it to you. Don't give up easy.
Well, you sure didn't make it easy.
That's because the Baron shut this plant down for a reason. And he wanted it to stay that way. Yeah, I work for the big man. Did I forget to mention that?
Hands where I can see them! The Baron can't wait to see you again. Move it!
I wouldn't push me if I were you. You don't want to piss me off.
Move!
You're gonna see a really ugly side of me.
Back off.
Say goodbye, Crane.
It's your move. You looking for a fight? Stand still, Savage!
Nope.
I told you not to piss me off. I gotta get that power back on. Sheriff, the power plant's back up. The Baron's the one who shut it down.
The Baron? Did you find my rangers?
No, the Baron's men probably took him out. And here come more of them. I'm gonna make sure the power stays on.
You should just get out of there.
Not until I finish what I started.
We do not want a war with the Baron.
That war is already coming, whether you want it or not.
You're mine. Nice try. Time's up. Eyes on target. Won't stop moving. Like this. In my...
Sheriff, the plant's up and running. You're gonna need to send some people here if you want to keep it that way.
Get yourself back here. We need to talk.
Olivia, the power plant is back online.
You are a man of many talents, Mr. Crane.
The Baron was the one who shut it down. I'm thinking he wants the valley under his thumb. Without any electricity, they'd be at his mercy.
Sounds like something he'd do.
Now I just have to convince the folks at the town hall they can't give in to a bully. Because once you do, there's no end to it.
This is Pietro.
Pietro who?
Pietro the handyman at the town hall. You don't know me, but I know you. I've seen you around. I hear you got the power plant back online. Yet the substations still need to be reset. Otherwise the juice won't get funneled to the devices in the area that help us to hide and survive.
Yeah, okay, I can lend you guys a hand.
Thanks, Kyle. The substation halfway between us and the plant is the most important. It feeds the old town grid.
I got it. I'll call you once I'm there.
You did it, and I'm grateful. But I worry about sending our people out there. And we can't make an enemy of the Baron.
He's already our enemy.
Without power, we might not survive here. But we can't stand against the Baron. He has an army.
We can. If we can get all the other survivors in the valley to stand with us.
And how are we going to do that? Everyone is just fighting to survive.
I'm with Florence on this one, Crane. Open war with the Baron would be suicide.
So we take our time, gather allies, keep an eye on what he's doing, learn what we can, get intel on him.
I like that idea.
I'm not so sure, Jacob. We should focus on rebuilding this place, especially now that the power's back on.
Why can't we do both? Concentrate on rebuilding and keep watch on the Baron. They know me, so I'm thinking you should send some rangers out to check on what his men are up to. Meanwhile, I'll help get this place up and running.
Fine. I'll send some patrols to keep an eye on the Baron's men.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Let me know what you find.
Kyle, do you copy?
Yeah, what's up?
I was digging through some data and found the location of another Chimera test site.
Where's it at?
It says something about an old monument. The test entry is outdated, but someone at the town hall might know more. It's worth asking.
And I'll see what I can find out.
Got people, weapons.
Everything all right?
I'll just leave you two.
Kyle, yeah?
In the flesh.
Eli, I heard about you. Maybe you'll have more guts than those deadbeats. I need a favor. You could say it's personal. Concerns my father.
Could say? Can't really see how it wouldn't be.
Well, in a way it is, and in a way it isn't. I better get to the point. My father's got dementia and disappeared 2 days ago. You see, he's been getting worse and worse. Won't come back on his own. Get it?
You don't seem particularly upset, though.
Look, he's a rotten old drunk. A fucking lowlife. That's why my mum left us. Now I'm stuck taking care of him and listening to his nonsensical bullshit. And now what? I'm supposed to cry?
But you still want my help.
Yeah. Else I wouldn't be any fucking different than those brain-dead monsters out there, would I? So I'm playing this game of father and son. And I'm asking you, find him.
All right, fine. Can you tell me more about him? Where do I start looking?
His name's William. Used to be a park ranger. Where to look? Guess you could start by checking our old cottage. It's in the lake basin. He's babbling about the past a lot lately. Talking about time we used to spend there.
All right, I'll try to find him.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate the help, Crane.
Come in. Crane, if you're here for news on what the Baron's men are up to, I have nothing to report yet.
Actually, I'm here about something else.
Ask away.
It's about the old monument.
What about it?
I've heard the Baron's men have been up to something near the monument.
Yeah, some of my rangers reported on that weeks ago. We haven't sent patrols that way for a while now.
Why?
'Cause they chased us away. But Marcus and Karsten did mention they saw containers of chemicals.
Chemicals?
Don't know the details, but I suspect the Baron's running some kind of experiment there. If I were you, I'd keep your distance. No reason to go kick the hornet's nest.
Sorry to bother you, but Keller needs to see you. Something about supplies.
Right. Tell him I'll be there in a minute. Sorry, but as you can see...
Of course. Duty calls.
Night shift.